Yeah. Ow. Let's go. Man on a mission, getting niggas' attention, grinding on times and make it come to fruition. X got some shit on his mind, he gon' talk it. And fuck tiptoe on the line, he gon' walk it. Different individuals, various talents. He bring you on the spot, you gotta keep it 1,000. Some of this, some of that, make sure it's a balance. Watch them other joints, now you niggas is wild. And it's a vibe over here, word of mouth gon' let you know. Don't believe me, better check the next episode. Come prepared, no shooting from the hip, it's live wire. X marks the spot, Mucho in the mix.
Time to go global, baby. Welcome to Global VIP. I'm your host Excell, and we have an incredible, one of the most hard-working artists, individuals, just people I've ever met. Like every time I log on a social media platform, one of the first things I see is this woman at work. So I said, you know what? It's only right that we link up and we actually come together, get more acquainted. We worked in the past, and ever since I met her, she's always been on her grind, very professional from every aspect of her life. When it comes to this music thing, whether it's fashion she's into, whether she's a brand ambassador. And look, man, I just had to bring Raven International to Global VIP. So thank you, Raven, for taking your time and coming over here out of Jersey.
Thanks for having me.
Rock with your boy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
You're looking good too.
Oh, thank
Shout
you.
out to you. Shout out to you for doing your thing out there, always staying on cue. And but you know, before I start my this conversation with you, I want to make sure that you become an official global VIP. So I have 3 questions for you that will qualify you as a global VIP.
Okay, let's go.
First question is, do you have a passport?
Yes.
Second question, what was the last country you visited?
Dominican Republic.
Hey. Third question, do you planning on traveling this year?
Yes.
Fantastic. Welcome to Global VIP, baby.
Woo!
You in the building. And of course, you know, we're gonna cheer it up. We got the Roscato right here on deck, so I'm gonna crack it open and toast to going global. We're gonna toast to going global today. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind, we got the golden cups.
Going global with 2 moguls.
Hey, sounds good. I like that. Here we go. Ladies first. Let me know when to stop.
This must be good wine.
This is fantastic wine. Keep going?
That's good.
Oh, that's good.
I was complimenting the wine.
Oh, okay, there you go. Boom.
And then you gotta circulate like this.
Yes. It's wine etiquette. Mm-hmm. Look, cheers to going global. Cheers. Roscato hit the spot. Roscato's where's that? Mm-hmm. Here we are, Global VIP. Welcome aboard. Ready for takeoff. So Raven, you and I, we have history. I remember working with you when you was on board the Hornblower Infinity.
Yep.
Right, but for those out there that are just getting acquainted, people in my platform, people that follow me, just give us a little background. You know, from where you from,
okay,
and start from there.
Okay, well, my name is Raven International. You can follow me on all DSPs. You can find my music at Raven International. And follow me on Instagram at Raven_International_. Well, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Okay. My family is from Brownsville.
Got you.
The hood.
So,
feel me?
Okay, so you from Brooklyn, family from Brownsville,
Mm-hmm.
and you still in Brooklyn or?
I'm still in Brooklyn,
okay.
So family from Brownsville, grew up in Bed-Stuy, and I currently live in Crown Heights right now.
Got you. So what high school you attended?
Maxwell.
And when you was in high school, what was Raven International like in high school?
I was rapping at lunch tables, I was wearing Mad Vansons, and I was friends with all different type of people. I was mad outgoing, doing people makeup in the bathroom.
Well, you know, and I noticed that's one of your specialties, one of your skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are MUA, that's right?
I'm a professional makeup
artist, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when did all these things started making sense for you? Like, when did rapping and maybe doing makeup and all of these things started, like, you taking it serious? Like, when you started?
All around high school.
Okay.
And then maybe I started taking it seriously when I started being around like celebrities, and like I worked at the Jack Thriller show for a little while. So every Monday I'm meeting up with like creatives, photographers. That's how I met Dan Eugene. My first time on World Star was with like doing skits with Dan Eugene, and
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
and
Okay.
then I was on like just being background on like Love and Hip Hop and stuff like that. And then one day I was like at someone's video shoot, and I already knew all the stuff I had inside of me, but they had us wait and we couldn't touch the food. I'm not doing what I want. I'm not comfortable.
Okay.
And that was the last day I said I'm never being on nobody else's set making them hot. After this day, I'm only doing my own sets. I'm gonna put all this energy instead of following behind this one and that one. I'm gonna put it all into my own craft. I'm gonna invest time and money into my own self. And that was the last time I was like on somebody else's set doing what they wanted to do.
Okay, so ever since that moment, you realized you wanted to take this serious.
Yeah.
And as far as a career in hip hop, or what was your next step after that realization?
After that realization, I'm like, wait, I need to like take this shit seriously. I feel like I'm networking with a lot of people that could take me to the next step. And then what happened was, I think it was like around like Bodak Yellow, like, cause at this time Cardi B. I was like, I have a few pictures with her. Like, she wanted to start doing hosting. It was like before Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
And I told you I was on those sets being extra. So seeing somebody just quit doing what they was doing, and then now they got a #1 song, that was mad inspiring. Like a chick from the Bronx, from New York, mad funny. She not trying to be perfect. She just be herself by her own personality. And she literally we was just in the same strip club. She was hosting, and I was trying to get a bartending job, and now she got the #1 song in the country. In a lot of countries. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's
it's time to take this serious.
For sure. But you know what? I think we're moving far ahead too much. I want to go back, because when I met you, I don't think you was rapping at the time. When you was the Vakila, you was part of the Vakila Ambassadors. Right, back in those, I think it was like
when I met you, I was really taking modeling serious. That
modeling, right? That's what
that was the time. That's when I was like a co-host on the Jack Thriller show. Like I always was a rapper since like ninth grade. Like I always rapped at the tables. You said who was raving? Like I was the person rapping at the lunch, skipping every period. So I just felt like I don't know. I never took it serious, but I guess when I started to see people next to me doing things, like honestly, before I ever wanted to be a rapper, makeup artist, I wanted to be like Lala Anthony. I wanted to be like a host on TRL.
Because you have that personality. Like, where does that come from, though? As far as just being an outgoing person, not being afraid to be in front of the public, like, how you develop that?
I like to be in the mirror, and I think I liked what I see, and I'm just outgoing. No matter what room I'm in or wherever I was, I always felt like I was bigger. Like,
so it's always been in you to kind of like be a social butterfly, right? Gotcha. So all right, so moving forward.
Wait, let me tell you. Well, I did like my first talent show was in second grade, and I wanted to put a dance together with my best friend.
You was what, maybe 7, 8 years old?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So it was always in you.
Yeah, I danced for the block party. So I just had to figure out what was my energy, like what I was gonna, but.
And that's a good point. We're gonna get to that a little later, as far as just finding your identity, right? When it comes to being an artist, because a lot of people don't know, they don't really have that identity, so they start sounding like other people, and we'll get to that.
Yeah.
All right. So, growing up, obviously in Brooklyn, it's almost like you have no choice but to be creative, be artistic, and you always using your imagination. Is that a thing out there on that side of Brooklyn?
All right. So. I grew up in Bed-Stuy. I was living in Bed-Stuy since second grade. Anytime before that, I was either in Brownsville or down south, South Carolina.
Oh, so you okay?
And
how long was you down there for?
I probably did like 3, 4. I was down there for like 3, 4 years. Was born in Brookdale. Was living in Brownsville, and then my mom, she transplanted to down south for a little while. When we came back from down south, we went straight to Bed-Stuy.
And how old were you when you was in South?
It was like I was really young.
Okay, so you don't remember much.
I remember them hot combs.
If you don't know about the hot comb, stay in your lane. This is the conversation you want to have. This is for the hot comb people. Shout out to y'all. 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s.
And what's those sardines?
Oh, wait. Yo.
With onions, thick cut onions. Down south and hot comb.
Oh man, that's what's up. So you come up here, Brooklyn. You establish yourself in high school. You start socializing, networking. You find yourself in the inner circle. You get inspired by this. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you. All right, so boom, I get inspired by. I'm around only hustlers. I grew up around straight hustlers. Like when I'm growing up, people are just entrepreneurs of illegal substances. It's like very inspiring. But at the end of the day, what I'm seeing in front of me is not what I wanted, the path I want to take. You feel me? It's like crackheads and crack dealers. And then what happened was my cousin, she worked at Western Beef. And she told me one day, like, Raven, you want to come with me to the job? You could like pack bags, but that day that I went down there, I made like $135.
Wow.
I was a young kid, so it's like once I got the handle of money so young, it's like I'm always gonna be a hustler. Plus my family is hustlers. I just didn't want to do what they was doing.
Gotcha. And then how was modeling for you? Because we'll start with that, because that's when I met you, and obviously you built a lot of relationships, you networked a lot, right?
Yeah, I like modeling. I like modeling a lot. When I first started, I didn't really know much about it. I was like, a photographer, he wants to work with me. Let's work. I think it was very fun. It's just that I didn't really have a gauge on what I wanted. I was kind of doing what the photographers wanted. So it was a lot of lingerie and like that. And I have friends telling me like, Raven, don't do that. I'm like, you don't tell the Victoria's Secret models that.
But you know what? I noticed a lot of photographers. Yeah, I mean, we came across a few of those guys, and they really just lame. They just want to see women naked, so they just pick up a camera and say, "Yeah, I'm a photographer," and, you know, that kind of thing. But I noticed that you kind of like leveled up.
Yeah.
Especially when we were on the yacht.
Yes.
And I noticed you there, and then after that, we followed each other on social media, and I just couldn't stop seeing you active. Like, so that work ethic, where you got that from?
It's just like knowing that whatever's handed to you or whatever life is giving you, you're not accepting it. Like I'm not waking up, waiting for opportunity to knock on my door. I'm not waiting for no letter in the mail. I think I'm the only person that can really change my life. So every day is a new day. It's 24 hours in that day, and if you're networking, if you're out there, every time you're at a showcase, every time you're at an event, you're meeting people. Take advantage of that. You should never be doing the same thing 2 and 3 times.
Say it again, because a lot of artists don't get it, especially when they go to these showcases. They already feel entitled. They don't realize that at the end of the day, you still got to work your way up. It's a process, right?
Yes. So
and you've done a lot of showcases. So how's your experience with that showcases?
I use a lot of the showcases to practice, like in my earlier days. Like I feel like I'm so much confident on stage by using, like I felt like before I even had good songs, I was doing showcases. I just had freestyles, but I said, you know what, my biggest fear is to be in front of an audience. Let's just knock that out first.
Got you. And with your music now, clearly you've been putting in a lot of work out there. I see you pushing a brand new single right now, right?
Yes.
You got a visuals for it and everything. Yes. So how's that going?
It's going good. It's called Pop My Shit.
And you definitely pop that record. I'm like, yo, she going hard.
Yeah.
I hear Brooklyn all over the record. So that's fire. And as far as hip hop right now and the way that the culture is embracing women, female MCs, how does that make you feel? Because obviously 10, 20 years ago, it wasn't the same embrace. But now it's different.
I feel like right now is the time. Like it was a lot of times I felt like, oh, this person DM'd me. I left it on scene because I was busy or At the end of the day, I felt like that wasn't the time. When I thought I was supposed to be with that team or that person, it wasn't the time. I feel like right now, at this moment, is the time. And there's a collective of girls out there with different styles. It's like, I feel like the girls have more variety than even some of the guys right now.
That's true. So that being said, how do you feel about the New York hip hop culture scene, like the music scene in New York? How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's at a good state because it forces me to rise above the rest. While everybody else doing drill. And you know, I know what I want to do. Like, I don't feel like I have one type of style. Because like, I feel like with Pop My Shit, I feel like the beat is more like Southern or something. Like, I don't feel like it's a New York beat. Is like...
No, it definitely stands out from what's being played right now locally. So yeah. So
because of that, with the way that I rap and my accent, when I'm not doing the same beats, I feel like once you're saying something or you have a specific message you're trying to convey, and you're doing it in a way where your flow is clear, they making way for me.
You know, I noticed you posted something on IG that it's very profound when it comes to artists performing and being, you know, in the amount of work that goes toward being an artist, right? And you want to touch based on that a little bit, just kind of like emphasize what it's like to be an artist, how much work it has to go into that, the process of it. Obviously paying for a producer, an engineer, going to the studio.
Yeah, that post.
That post that you just shared.
Yeah, honestly, the post said like rappers have it hard because they have to pay a producer and then they have to write a song and then they have to pay for the studio time and then they have to pay for the mix and master and then they have to pay for the video and then they have to pay for marketing and promotion. This is the first year I ever did my taxes for my business, Raven International LLC. This is the first time I ever even added up all the motherfucking money that I spent in this motherfucker.
So just based on your experience since you did your taxes, just speak to the artists out there.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah,
it's a
talk
lot
to the artists.
of money. It's a lot of time that goes into it. It's a lot of networking. It's a lot of building. It takes even time to develop your sound. It takes time to develop how you want your audience to perceive you, to how you want to translate on stage. Like, how do you set yourself apart? All of that takes time. And money. So, I mean, anybody want this microwavable kind of career? Because that's what I talk about. If you solely just doing this shit for money, then you just need to pack up and go right now. Because your career is going to be very short-lived. But if you're passionate about the craft of music and rapping and the art and all of that, you'll last. Plus, if you're willing to invest the money and do all of that, it's just like you're baking a cake of success.
That part, yeah.
You have to be consistent.
Yeah, and that's true. A lot of artists have this misconception that they feel like, oh, if I'm talented, I don't really need to have a budget. Like my talent is going to speak for me. So what do you have to say to artists that think like that? Because I came across a few.
I love you. I love you. I'm not gonna mention any names, but something happened like that when my homeboy, he just started like a production company. He have a house of like 5-6 producers. They have a team of 3-4 videographers, and they also have a studio, all new stuff, state-of-the-art studio. They down south or whatever. So they started a business and they're doing packages, whereas if you want to do a 6 to 10 album EP or something like that, you could just pay me 3 or 4 or 5, that whatever the package entails. It comes with 2 videos, whatever. When my homeboy was said, because we're a new company, we're just looking for talented artists. So he said that to her. He said, well, normally what I want to give to you costs $5,000. They was just in shock about the amount that was said. And I'm like, that's nothing.
Right.
Like $5,000 for 6 to 10 songs on the EP, 2 videos, and they're recording and mixing master. That's a steal for great quality.
It really is.
That's what I'm saying. But when you mention certain dollar signs to certain people, they can't fathom it because they are maybe looking for just the talent to solely pay for that. If you're looking for your talent to solely pay for that, I'm going to tell you, when your John Hancock go on a thing, you're going to pay later. You know, either you pay now or you're going to pay later if you're not investing the money yourself. Where's it going to come from? You're going to owe somebody.
Right. And that's when the problems with, your having your masters, owning your royalties and all of that stuff comes into play. And these 360 deals that they're offering to artists. Look, I salute you for even having the courage to stand on being an independent artist. But to a lot of artists out there that don't understand what does that mean, because everyone is an independent artist all of a sudden, right? And they think that they have they are empowered. But being an independent artist means that it's on you.
Solely
Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Like you're responsible for everything.
Footwork, money, scheduling, even like coming to your podcast. If we didn't know each other, that means I probably would have to reach out, send you an EPK, have you check out my stuff, and
process
you will
for
have exactly. So it's all about
the networking that we have, that the history we have. So you put in a lot of work, because I've known you for a few years, but that's true. But a lot of these new guys and these new artists coming up, like they don't really understand.
They're literally doing the same showcases over and over and over.
Nice segue into what I'm about to talk about, which is being a global VIP. So now, part of my podcast, or this conversation as a whole, is to encourage people to start thinking international.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know me, I know you for a while. I've done everything under the sun when it comes to showcases, concerts, festivals for independent artists. I've done events all across the East Coast, and I also hosted a lot of shows at SOBs.
I know.
Right? So we met there a few times. But now I'm into this international thing, and I'm interested in bringing artists overseas. So let me ask you, have you ever paid attention to your analytics from international streams? Like what countries are you hitting the most? That kind of thing. Have you looked into that?
I don't want to seem racist, but India is very loving me very
India
much.
showing you love? Fire.
India, they love me very much.
Fire. Okay. So we gotta take a couple
And DR, because that's where I wrote a lot of music. I recorded a lot of music.
Okay.
I did a lot of videos
So
that
you
haven't
get,
come
you
out.
get, you get streams out there, India, DR, what other countries you have?
Well, those are my top two, and
Top
then
two,
it's just like tri-state, like Philly.
Dope.
We got like Chicago, lightly.
Okay.
But India, they're like over 20%. You know what I mean? The other ones are like 3%.
Gotcha,
Philly
gotcha.
or Connecticut.
But the
1%.
fact that you know that, I respect you for that. Because a lot of artists don't even care about that. 'Cause
The insights,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like they don't look at the analytics. They just look at the likes and comments and,
No.
and they base everything on that.
Yes.
And they fail to realize that, okay, just because you get 1,000 likes in New York doesn't mean you have 1,000 people that will come out to a show in New York. Because your analytics say that only 2% of people care about what you're doing in New York.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Kudos to you. Salute to that. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. And also, how comfortable are you? Have you performed overseas or are you looking into that?
No, I haven't performed overseas. The last time I performed out of New York, I performed in a Satanda Arena. That was in Philly. Like I opened up for Rick Ross.
How was that like?
It was great.
Wow. And like you out there in Philly, you know, one of the artists in New York, she had the Get the Fuck Out of New York song. And Philly was feeling some type of way about that. Like the whole city was like, yo, don't.
Oh, she said that's some Pennsylvania shit or something. Go to Philly with that
She was
shit.
saying something crazy. So Philly was like, yo,
she said that.
don't come out here. So how long ago did you do your show out there?
That was before COVID, like right.
Oh, God bless you. So you haven't been there since Carter said that.
No.
But Philly, we love you, man. We just bullshit. That's just
What up,
man.
Philly?
Yeah, it's love out here.
Yeah.
All right. So now that you are in position, how comfortable are you in this space as because I know you're a CEO, you have your own businesses, you have different ventures going on. How do you manage to even, to kind of like balance all of that?
Because I have to.
Okay.
I have to. And these are things eventually that I want to do. I am a business owner, but I want to do it on a higher scale. So practice makes perfect.
Right.
Period.
And how do you determine what business to go into?
There's certain fields that never die out, of course, like beauty. So the merch and stuff that I have right now is like beauty. I have like lipsticks on my website at raventheamericandream.com.
Go follow that.
Period. So I have like beauty never goes out. Even during COVID, I was still doing people's faces.
For real?
Yes.
Even though you had to wear that face mask and all that, people saying
It was, you saw those parties where police had to bust through the parties and shut everything down. People still was like doing stuff, especially after beauty will never die out. And then the other part of my merch line is like smoking accessories. They just legalized weed in many places.
Okay, how's that going for you?
It's pretty good.
It's good? Okay,
It's pretty good.
Good for you. So now, my goal is to eventually get you overseas. We have a few events lined up this year, you know what I'm saying? So we'll definitely talk offline, and I'll bring you more details and see if, we can possibly get you out there. I know one of the places you would love to go to perform is Dubai.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? So we will be touching Dubai this year, and I would love to have you be a part of this conversation, be a part of
Pop my shit in Dubai.
We're gonna really get you international. Like Raven International needs to get officially that stamp out there. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get that popping this year. Anything else you would like to share with everyone listening?
Go check out my new music video, Pop My Shit. Go check out my website, raventheamericandream.com. Leave a comment. Let me know if you're feeling it. It just literally was played on iHeartRadio. I don't know how it got up there. I don't know if it was some secret connect.
Okay.
Also, I just got a write-up for Newsbreak Daily. So just Google my
Cheers.
name.
Look, you're making moves right here. Salute. There you go.
Google me, baby. And check out what I got going on.
And Raven, I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to more success coming your way. Obviously, this is the first stop, but now you a global VIP. But you're welcome here anytime. Just hit me up whenever you have something going on. This is your platform.
Period.
You home now.
Period.
Let's go global.
Maybe we could do some stuff with some stuff.
There's
make some money.
There's no maybes.
We're
You know, when
gonna
you
make
sit down
some
with me,
money.
we gonna get it popping.
Okay.
So ain't no maybes over here. We gonna get it popping.
And I want to shout out to Gasson. I want to shout out to J Vic. I want to shout out to Rambo. I want to shout out to my mama.
Hey, mom.
That's it.
Shout out to everybody, man. One love, Raven. We going global.
Bye.
Peace.